Hello and welcome to Mark Spearman's Moto Vlog. We're back out on the Goldwing. Well, I guess I should tell the tale for those who might be wondering why I haven't moto vlogged in so long. I mean, I keep trying to start the channel, but something always gets in the way with moto vlogging. Weather, breakdown, whatever, there's always something. Well, the last thing was the weather, but then come springtime, I wanted to get my Goldwing going. That wasn't something that I was looking forward to, because every time I called the dealer where I bought it, they would say, we can get it in a month. You know, it was always next month. And it seemed to me like they didn't really want to work on it. So once again this year it was, we'll have someone work on it in a month. What a bummer, huh? So I called Honda customer service, you know. Why can't I get the shop to work on my bike? What's the reason? Honestly, just my guess is there isn't very many people that can really work on a Goldwing. So they have to work around that guy's schedule before they can work on it. But that's just a guess, a total wild guess. I don't know why else, you know. Why wouldn't you want to work on a expensive motorcycle? The labor rates are higher. Why not? Well, they just listed off the other dealers. They said, well, if he's too busy, try these ones. Well, one was a shop that ripped me off 14 years ago or so, and I swore them off. And the other one, I just didn't trust them for service. They can barely put tires on without a problem. So I went to the Honda branded shop, and it was a total disaster. Total. They returned my bike. I told them, all right, we'll just do the, I think it's the 24,000 mile service. It's one of the bigger services where they change the air cleaner, and the going rate on that was like $650. So I said, okay, let's do that and figure out this wobble problem the bike's always had, and fix my cruise control while you're at it. That's never worked. That should be warranty. Well, I get a call back. Hey, Mark, you got a cracked fender. We think you've hit something, and that's why it's wobbling. I know I never hit anything, and it's wobbled since day one. But I give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to blame them for cracking my fender if they didn't. So, you know, $172 there, somewhere around in there. Well, we get the bike back. They claim the wobble was from brake pads. I had never heard of such a thing, but I went along with it, and went to get on my motorcycle, and it was covered with a grease. Once I got home, I figured out what it was. It was chain lube. They had sprayed chain lube all over my motorcycle. Well, when I went out to it, I put my hand in it, looked up at the manager and said, what's going on with this? And he said, hold on, let me get you a rag, and you can wipe that off. Well, I was so mad that I just left. I had already paid my $1,500 bill, and I tore out of there, fuming mad. And guess what? I'm still wobbling down the road. Well, Honda customer service calls, I explained the situation, and that was that. At this point in time, I've got no calls back. I don't really care. I don't know why they have a customer service, because in the process of all these events, they explained to me that all of the Honda shops are privately owned, therefore they don't have any control over them. Really? What an odd statement. If that's so, maybe I'm not such a big fan of Honda anymore. So, I called the shop where I bought it once again. Explained to them I really didn't have a choice, that the wobble was too bad, and I was just going to leave it with them until it was fixed. Do what thou will, you know. Whatever. So they take it. Now I will say, through all of this, for the most part everybody was really nice. For what that's worth, they were all nice. But the shop takes it back in, and they hold it for quite some time. Call me back, says all it needs is new tires. Well, they have pointed out to me where the tires I had paid a lot of money for were already dry rotted before a year was out, and that there was an irregular wear pattern in them causing the wobble. That was what they said. Well, I asked them to just try to retorque the headstock bolt there, just to make sure. Well, they said they did, and they said it was slightly out of spec, but they don't think that's the problem. We settled up, and he said that he expects the problem to return as these tires wear down. I don't think tires should be wearing down in irregular tread patterns. I mean, there's a reason why that would happen. But at any rate, we're back, and we're not wobbling. Now, I did tons of research on the Goldwing wobble, and I was just disgusted. If I had known about this, I would have never bought the Goldwing. And the problem is, everyone's adding all these aftermarket parts trying to stop the wobble. They're adding a front fork brace. They're adding a bearings kit, which is very cheap, but the labor is over $500. So I'm just very aggravated that you buy a motorcycle and right out of the box this thing needs thousands of dollars worth of work, and you're going to tear up expensive tires. I'm not happy with this motorcycle at this point. We're going to see how things keep going. I mean, I bought it now. Once you go this deep in the hole in a bike, you're stuck. That's another thing. You know, you think you spend all this money on a motorcycle that you're going to get treated maybe a little different. Maybe they'll give you a little less hassle and kind of put the pedal to the metal, so to say, on getting you fixed and keeping you a little bit happy at least. No. If anything, it goes slower, because like I said before, I don't think that they have the resources. At least the shops in Central Ohio don't seem to have the resources to work on these motorcycles. They don't have the people to do it. Well, even to get tires, they had to order them in, which isn't a big deal. But you think they might have some in stock or something? I don't know. Everything has to be ordered for these motorcycles. Everything has a weight. I'm surprised they don't have to order oil filters. That's probably coming. But I'm still happy to have it back, and I'm out on the road, and I'm smiling today. I'm just saying, you know, if you're buying a Goldwing thinking that Honda quality reputation's going to follow up to their highest bike, nah, they're just like any other motorcycle. They're a handful of problems. I mean, that's just motorcycles in general, but you can't really fix these on your own. I mean, my little lift that does fine for a 450-pound bike, it's not going to take this 900-pound bike. And that's just the start of it. There's tools I don't have. There's expertise I don't have. I bought this motorcycle thinking it's got a tight little schedule of maintenance that should be affordable. I was wrong. I was thinking this motorcycle's been out for over 40 years. They should have it down. They don't. Okay? That's just how it is. I mean, it's not what people build it up to be, in my experience. It's just not. And that expectation, as they used to say in business terms, my expectations have been managed. Thanks for listening to my little rant on the Goldwing. And I still like the motorcycle, but there are a lot more things I need to work on overcoming with its maintenance and general problems. And it's been a challenge. Have a good day.